report that came out this week, the government is claiming that violent crime drops for the first time since 2018. Violent crime drops for the first time since 2018. Police data show that violent crime have fallen for the first time since 2018, indicating that the government's tough on crime and victims first approach is working. Police Minister Mark Mitchell and Justice Minister Paul Goldsmith say. Now, you jump in, Chewie. I know you're trying to be polite there, Chewie, and just wait, but jump in, sir. Now, we were just padding time waiting for you, Chewie. Now, Craig, you've done some looking into this. You've showed your workings on Twitter. I have your workings on Twitter, but I was wondering, almost like giving you the control. How would you like to do this, and how would you like to talk about the claim that, as you've got there on your Twitter feed, violent crime has dropped for the first time since 2018?
Well, if I might, Pat, can we go back to the original ministerial statement?
We can. It is here.
Thank you. The very top of that, the thing that triggered my brain was the first line, police data shows.
Yep.
I thought, okay. And then if you scroll to the very bottom in the footnotes, because I tend to read things from the footnotes up rather than starting at the bottom.
Can I just say one thing? I'm sorry, I'm not looking to bully anyone here, but you're such a nerd, and we love you.
I really am. Trust me. 8 years at university. So you read the first line of the footnote.
Let me read it out. Let me read it out. So the first quote of the footnotes for those people. Okay, so we'll refresh this because I've been silly and got into it. The first line of the report says police data show that violent crime has fallen for the first time since 2018. The first line of the footnote says violent crime is not a category of data that police tracks. What?
These two things can't be true at the same time.
Yes, very true.
So I thought, well, hang on a second, and also then, if you go back to the footnote, there's it keeps going because then it says, and therefore data is based off at Chartered Daily's post. And I thought to myself, these are two ministers of the Crown. These are two ministerial warrant holders, and they've put out a press release to the public based upon a tweet.
Yeah.
Not from official police statistics, not from somewhere else. It's just someone's tweet. Now, when we say annual violent crime victimizations in New Zealand, the police do collect data on crime victimizations, and they do break it down by different types of offense. But nowhere inside the police data does it say violent crime.
Right.
And as you can see in the bracketed section there, including common and sexual assaults, abductions, robberies, and blackmail. Right. But what else does it include? Because I don't know.
You say you read that first line and it sets some sort. And I mean, maybe I'm not the expert here, but I've always been of the understanding that things like murder and things like rape and things like youth crime have all been trending down. So what even makes up the classification of violent crime? Because if those things are trending down and have been trending down for a long time, I think like in the 80s and 90s, murder was the worst per capita. And since then it's been on a trajectory down. There might have been some ups and downs, but in general down. That's the most violent of crimes. So what are the crimes even included in violent crimes?
So things like extortion are in there. Assault not occasioning injury is in there. There's a range of different things, but the honest answer is there is no category called violent crime. It is whatever you choose to make it up to be. And as a consequence, when you say violent crime has fallen for the first time, that is a self-selected category of crimes has fallen during a period of time. As you quite rightly say, Pat, if you take a longer time frame, most forms of crimes, certainly violent crimes, and certainly youth crime, has fallen for a very long period of time. Two, some crimes go up because we actually encourage people to record them. Domestic violence offences go up. The fact that domestic violence numbers go up isn't a bad thing. It's just recognizing something that previously was being hidden from society. And so as a consequence, we shouldn't berate the police force, or we shouldn't berate the public because certain forms of crime numbers go up. There are complicated reasons why some crime figures go up, some crime figures go down.